So, wait, let me turn on the lights. There is the possibility to see that everything is the same one consciousness or spirit, you can call it. I think Zen masters say that everything is the same spirit. Now, a radical non-dualist would say that there is no method to get there, but I'm trying my best to make you see that everything is the same aliveness. It is already the case, of course, but the reason why you cannot see it is because there's an idea of the future and the past, one of those, or maybe both, that are in your mind. So when there's a thought arising, telling you something about the future, and you're not really seeing that it is a thought, you think it is literally telling you something about the future, then there's this duality between what is the aliveness of here, what is here, and what will come, or what should be. And the thought, what it says, and as what it shows up, is an illusion. But the thought itself is not an illusion. The form, the thought itself is a form. It's not an illusion. But what it says is an illusion. Once you can see the aliveness of the thought without believing what it says, without believing in what it says, you can see the aliveness of the thought being an appearance in this timeless now. And maybe then you can see how everything, every form, is in this timeless now. Now, if you're caught in the stream of thinking, then, of course, then you can disagree, because you can say, no, a human is more alive than a rock, for example. But that's because you're thinking. That's because you're believing in thoughts. Everything is moving. Some things are still, more still than others. But that doesn't mean that one thing is more alive than the other. Just because I'm talking doesn't mean that this body is more alive than a piece of wood. When there's simple and pure perception of what is happening, then you see that everything is just this one aliveness. Even your negative feelings, if they are negative, positive feelings, or you're feeling neutral, thoughts, they happen in the now. Don't believe in what they say about the future or the past. See that they are an alive appearance that is happening right now. Everything that's here, my voice talking, is just part of this one inseparable being. To say that things are different requires a belief system. To say that different things have different substances because they, appear as different forms, requires a belief system. There are different forms, but ultimately they don't have a substance. They don't have a real fundamental substance. I wonder if you can see it. And the easiest way I'm sure you've already heard that somewhere, but the easiest way is to detach from your feelings and thoughts and recognize that the one that's detached, the consciousness, is itself not really a thing. It is just open awareness in which forms appear. And you don't believe in thoughts. You don't project some future or past into the now and believe in that, in what the thought says, but you can actually see the aliveness of the thought while at the same time not believing in what it says. When you look at a plant, you don't say, oh, I look at a plant. You don't add a story on how you bought this plant. You just see the aliveness of what is right now. And then you see that you're not a separate being in a world, but you see that there is just world. And this world is totally alive. Some things are still, like a rock. Some things are talking, some things are flying. But they're all inseparable from the whole consciousness, or I'd like to call it spirit. Because when I had my first awakening to it, it was like, man, that's all the one spirit. That's God. I found God, and it was always here. And of course, that's just a pointer, and I wonder if you can see it. When you have the ability, or you already know how to detach from your egoic sense of self, and you know the difference between pure consciousness and the egoic sense of self, and then you can detach and wait until the next thought arises. Detach and see that the feeling of having a body, of having a head, of having an emotion is not you, but you're the awareness of it. Then it's pretty easy actually to see that everything's happening in the now. There's no future, no past, therefore there's just this aliveness of the now. It's really alive. It's not a dead thing here and a more alive thing here. It's really just, it's so obvious that it's all alive. And once you can see that it is indeed everything is alive, then this sense of being separate, sense of having to attain something, sense of being incomplete, it disappears. And that's what I'm trying to point you to. Let me know if you can see what I'm talking about. Alright? So don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.